Hey guys, welcome back to the Tea Shop Pod with your Track House girls. We are back again for our third episode, and today we're going to be talking about work-life balance because we already know that it's hard being a beauty professional and balancing our regular lit-ass lives. So my name is Renee. You can follow me on Instagram at @ReneeLoren or at the Track House, TRACHOUSE. And here are the rest of the Track House girls.
Hey, it's your girl Maya. You already know, MyXMUA on Instagram.
Hey, it's Styles by Little Baby. Styles by Little Baby on Instagram.
You don't have a name?
My name is Imani. Yeah, I know that.
And I'm Kima, everyone's favorite.
Huh?
She's got talent on Instagram. Follow your girl. I'm not your favorite?
Yeah.
You scared?
You know what happened last night.
Oh my God.
Security guards.
I don't like that. So we're going to jump right into our tea time. How y'all doing though?
I'm doing all right.
Y'all doing good?
Can't complain.
I'm tired because this episode is about balance. I have no balance. I don't know how to balance.
She
I don't even know
tired.
why I'm on this episode.
She tired.
I don't know.
You're up here because you're you. And this is for not everybody to have it together. Mm-hmm. You know, you might not have it all together, but hopefully we figure out some tips and tricks on how to help you do what you got to do.
I guess.
All right, so here's our message from our viewer. Okay, so you said what?
What's the topic?
Work-life balance.
Oh, I didn't hear. It's because I don't have no balance.
You don't got no at all. Okay, so mom guilt is a real thing, and I'm struggling to balance my personal life and my professional life. I have a son who is extremely active in school with sports and academics. I work hard as a lash tech to provide for us. I don't have much of a support system, so it seems I have to be everywhere all the time. I want to be at all of his games, but my clients are so demanding. I feel like I can't even get sick because I don't like canceling appointments. One time, my son was rushed to the hospital during a game, and I couldn't make it to, and I was in the middle of a set. I finished her set and then I went to the emergency room. Was I wrong for that? Where are the boundaries? How do I be the best mom I can be and still respect my clients' time by working?
I ain't got no kids, so I don't know this one.
Same.
Wow.
We're gonna leave this to the moms.
I think that this is about anything. Like if it was a family member, just balancing life, period. But go ahead, Kima, since you want to be a mom like me.
Please.
Is it that I want to be? No. It's not terrible. I love my kid. But for me personally, I think it depends on what I'm doing. A lash tech, I feel like you kind of have to finish that. But
Do you?
It's your
If your
eye.
kid was rushed to the hospital,
But you can't open your eyes that you can
it
blind
depends
the
on
person.
the situation.
I'm leaving.
I'm leaving for anything else for sure. I do it here. Somebody else could finish your shit. But lash techs don't have that same
Luxury to just stop
they
with
don't
one
have
eye.
that same demographic because it just is them most of the time. So me, I'm leaving. Sorry.
I just feel like you have to prioritize what's important.
Right.
So for me, one time my daughter was with her father and she had like a really high fever. I already know the formula is Benadryl, weight, Tylenol, Benadryl, Tylenol. That's what you got to do. But at that time, the fever was really, really high. So he was like, I'm bringing her to the ER. And I had a client. So I'm just like, she's really fine. Like, do I just rush and leave my client midway and go to the hospital, even though she's with her other parent? But I finished my client here, and my client was like, Renee, you really should have just went. And I got there, I still had to wait at Yale for 2 hours to be seen. But I already knew that. So I think it really depends on the severity of the situation if you're going to just get up and go. And do I feel wrong for that? No, no, because she ended up having a double ear infection, which is like mad serious. Yeah. So the Tylenol Benadryl situation wouldn't have worked, and we're not medical professionals, so we don't know what's the outcome. But I knew going to the hospital, she didn't have a gunshot wound, so they wasn't about to see her right away, and she was with another parent, so it wasn't like I felt like it was a little time to spare. Yeah, but I think that making those decisions daily is difficult, especially like we could work our own schedule. We're entrepreneurs, so we can create what time we go to work, what days we take off, X, Y, and Z. So for me, with balancing life, I come in on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. During the week, early in the week, I'm here till 5 o'clock, and then I leave. I have one day that I stay here till 8. But I make my own schedule to make sure that I can be there for my kid. Mondays and Tuesdays is like my time with her, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday in the afternoon. But it took time for me to build that up. And being a parent also helped me to create a better schedule for myself, to have boundaries. I used to be in the shop till 2 o'clock in the morning. getting that money when I didn't have a kid.
Right.
Because there was no excuses. Where you going? We're about to get this money. Clients, they take charge of our life pretty much, and it's hard. So do you guys have any times where you've had to like make a choice, like, oh, I can't go to my mom's birthday party because I have a client?
Hell no.
Every Saturday.
Definitely every Saturday. Like,
Every Saturday.
I'm young. I want to be outside. And it's like, my friends, I don't have entrepreneur friends outside of my workspace. So they work regular 9 to 5s. And majority of the time, it's Monday through Friday. Saturday is their time to turn up. But Saturday is my busiest day.
Right.
So I'm not going to take my busiest day off. But it's kind of like, damn, now I'm missing things that like normal 21-year-olds or normal 19 or 20-year-olds are doing while I'm at work hustling and doing what I have to do, because
It pays off in the end.
it does pay off, because now I be chilling. But like, when they were doing those things, or like going out on Saturday or Friday night, but I got an 8 a.m., 7 a.m. client. So if I'm getting in the house at 4 a.m, now
You still be doing it.
I do, but now it's different because now I know I can say no now.
Right.
Where like before I'll feel
And I
like,
feel like you're missing out on it.
yeah, like I'm missing out because all my friends are going out doing what they're doing and what you should be doing at that age, and here I am trying to work because I'm addicted to fast money and I want that money.
You a drug dealer?
Are we all?
I think as entrepreneur, well, do you guys think as entrepreneurs it's important to have friends who are in a similar industry as you, or is it okay to have friends that have other types of jobs?
I think it's good to
yes
have
and
a mix.
yes.
A mix, because sometimes I don't want to talk about work, or I
Right.
don't want to talk about business. I want to just separate myself from work and personal life. You
Like
know?
really woo style.
Yeah. Like I have 2 different type of friend groups, like completely different types. But when I'm with my other friend group, I'm just free, just doing things that they do. Then I have other ones that I'm like,
How we about to get this money?
Right.
I like to have entrepreneur friends because I feel like we have more things in common. I was talking to someone last night and I was saying, my daughter told me I look like Business Barbie.
Oh,
I felt accomplished. But I was saying, I don't know how to separate Business Barbie from Renee. Like who am I without like the business part, or without like all the accolades I have in business?
Can you answer that?
No.
Okay.
I'm here. I need help. I wrote it. I need help. Because what can I have a regular conversation without trying to make money out of it?
No.
What's wrong with me?
That's why I think it's good.
That's why you have other friends.
Yes, that is.
I have other friends.
I mean, we do have conversations about like hopes and dreams,
Right,
which I
right,
feel
right.
like everyone should have within
Yeah.
their friends, but it's not like our relationship isn't based off of business related things. Like it's a genuine.
I have my group of bridesmaids. Those are like my go-to friends, but I only see them like once in a blue. I'll talk to them once in a blue. We're all moms. Some of them are married. I'm
You
divorced.
guys are older now. So
We
it's all
are
different.
older, but I be wanting to hang out with them for real. I mean, I fuck with y'all.
No, but those are your
Funny.
No, I get it.
But sometimes I just want to like, but even though when we get together, now we're talking about these kids.
Right.
Right.
I don't want to talk about them either.
Right.
But what do I want to talk about? Damn. I do not want to talk about that.
Yes, you do.
She's lying.
Yes.
Just let the camera show.
So what are some other things as far as work-life balance? Like you guys were in like school having to do this, or having another job having to do this. Like how can people like really balance?
Job.
You lost?
Definitely. When I was going to cosmetology school, I got fired from my job for trying to get to school on time. Yeah.
Wow.
So that was a lot at that time, but
But you figured it out. And look at you now.
because I don't got answer to
Period.
nobody.
I ain't got into a motherfucking thing.
That's what I wanted to say, but try to keep it.
Another thing too is like we can't, accomplish a balance without the help of our clients,
Right.
because they feel like they're so entitled to our time, and it's like, no, like I am not a computer. One,
Yeah.
Right.
I do have a life outside of you,
They don't think that.
and
They
I
believe
don't.
that.
I have the like luxury of saying no to you. I don't
Right.
have to be here. I don't have to.
okay.
I don't. Like we
She's
all
talking
don't.
mad junk. I don't know how y'all be looking work.
I don't.
She doesn't talk.
I don't, but I don't. But like, I don't have to like. Yeah, I understand it's an important. You have an important event
It's
that
your
day,
birthday.
but it's like
Can
I
you
have
come to
for
work?
instance, right? Or like for my birthday, it's a holiday. I take the whole week off, maybe 2.
Big
Like,
Scorpio season.
you know how we do. But I'll take the whole week off, and I'll have clients like, but it's my birthday too, girl. I can recommend you to someone else, but that's all I can do for you. I'm not about to take the time that I put away for myself to accommodate you when I don't do that often.
I think that sometimes it's difficult too because, like, for me, I don't like to cancel people's appointments. I don't like to reschedule people. Like, if you make an appointment, I value your time and you taking the time out to say, this is the time I have to come. I don't know if you got to call out of work. I don't know if you got to put in a notice saying, boss, I can't come today. I don't know if you lied and said somebody died so you come get your hair done. So I really try to respect the fact that you're taking the time out to make an appointment with me. But that's why on my end, it's important for me to only put times that I am available. The problem is that people have their schedule open and they don't plan accordingly or plan in advance. Our schedules are only open a month in advance. I know what I'm doing for the next 4 weeks at all times.
Right.
Something might come up and we can get ahead of it by like closing our schedule. But for the most part, if you make an appointment, I'm gonna be here. What Cal Williams say? At 6 a.m., I'm gonna be here. If I book an appointment,
that too, but I don't remember.
you remember what he said? Well, whatever Kat said. That's what I'm saying. I try to be there as much as I can, but sometimes things do come up, and it's like an emergency. Or I be talking about something. Let's go to Atlanta tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie, and I will take full responsibility for it now and accountability. I used to cancel y'all to go to Miami. I'm not gonna lie. But you know what?
my God.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't think I've ever done that.
I never did that.
But you know, I'm gonna give you your deposit back.
For sure.
I'm sorry, girl. I ain't telling you why I'm canceling. If you find out that's why, I apologize.
But you already got your money back. So.
and I'm already in Miami.
You don't
so
have to
what's
feel
really
the
gonna
type of
happen?
way.
But I've done that a few times.
Yeah, really crazy.
I'm not gonna
And here I
lie.
am
It wasn't
feeling
to go
bad,
to Miami, though.
canceling my appointments because I'm hospitalized. in the
Don't
hospital,
feel
and the girl
bad.
was
Shoot,
like-
you gotta live.
She really wasn't trying. She was like, "Oh, is there anyone else?" I'm actually the only person that does this service, so
Kima sent her clients a video of her on a respirator.
I can't breathe, bitch. But that's sorry for me.
You shouldn't have to do all of that. That's not dramatic. I said, don't send that to nobody.
I
And it's
literally can't breathe. And
Like you could really tell them, like I'm having, because I know I could see why you guys are like a low key kind of traumatized by that because people do be lying.
People be lying.
Especially
They
Atlanta
do be
hairstylists.
lying
Stop
and saying,
it.
like you know, like in the last episode, I think I have COVID, but you're really going to the club. See, I didn't do that when I told you I wanted to go to Miami. I just said, I'm sorry, I have to cancel your appointment. I don't have to give you an explanation. Neither do nobody. But anyway,
She's out of control.
I don't have to. I mean, I would be nice to, but I
Yes.
don't have to.
I think it all depends on the type of relationships. And it's always gonna go back to that relationships that you have with your clients.
Right.
Like,
And I wouldn't do it like
I think
the
that
week of.
it depends too, because if it's hair, you can literally probably just go to the Africans to get some braids.
Right.
If that's what you're going to get.
makeup is a little bit different.
Makeup is different because
I know.
everybody not good
Right.
at that.
I know.
So you want to make sure that you're booking with the right people, but stuff happens. Like Monty, for example, since she ain't saying too much, when she's going somewhere, she'll just move her clients to somebody else on the schedule.
Sure
and don't
will.
say a
And
fuck
don't-
ass thing. And I'm sitting here like I thought I was going home.
What's the point of saying anything? Once again, if your schedule is open or your schedule's open
that.
and I got
Don't
something
do
to
that.
do, move over.
On our scheduling system, you can put a heart next to the person that you really want. So when people put a heart next to me, I feel super special. Like, oh, they really want to book this appointment with me. Monty don't
Yeah, I don't
care
be
about the
doing
heart.
that.
She's gonna.
I
move
barely
you.
get a heart. I only get a heart from like my people who, you know, been coming to me. Other than that, y'all met me on Instagram. Y'all don't know me for real. Y'all don't really
Right.
want me to do y'all hair. Y'all just want to come to our beautiful salon and get the best service that you
What
can
if
in
they got
Connecticut.
referred to
baby.
you though?
Then they will put a heart. They will be putting a heart.
Oh, okay.
She gonna move y'all if y'all don't put a heart.
At least I ain't canceling y'all to go to Miami.
That's
did
not
that.
me
At
no
least
more.
I make
That's not
sure
me
that
no more, but
y'all
that was me.
Are taken care of.
Yeah, you know.
I'll make
If
sure
I
it's
can't do
taken
you,
care of.
somebody else is gonna do you.
Well, the benefit of working in a salon, because there's also that conversation of you have to have really good balance if you're going to be in a salon suite working independently or if you're going to be working in a salon team, right? So because you have a team of people with you, you could just move somebody to somebody else and they're still going to get their service. Everything's going to be a-okay. But if you're in a suite and you're alone and you're by yourself, it's kind of difficult to, you don't have a team with you. You don't have,
This actually happened to me yesterday.
what happened to
So
you?
yesterday I really wasn't feeling all too well, and I had to cancel a client. And it was
She
her
hates
wedding.
you.
It was
What?
her wedding, but she also tried to be sneaky and try to book a cheaper service for her wedding.
But
But
I
I-
don't like ugly.
But I didn't know that until I asked to cancel the appointment. You know, I didn't ask. I told her like I cannot. There's no way I
Right.
can follow through with this an appointment.
I would've did it.
but no.
You don't do makeup.
I couldn't.
don't know
I
that.
physically couldn't do it. But I told her, like, you know, in a case like that, I will go out my way to figure out what can we do. I can transfer your. I can ask another makeup artist, hey, do you have this availability? I will do what I have to do because I'm kind of, especially so last minute, because I know you're getting your makeup done because you need it done that day. Not like hair, you need it done for tomorrow.
Right,
or I
right,
can come
right.
tomorrow maybe. No, you need it done for right in that moment. So I'll go on my way, ask other makeup artists, like, hey, do you have this time available?
And that's why it's also important to make sure you have positive relationships with other beauty
stylists,
professionals,
please.
because sometimes you're not available. Or what if you get a call from, what's that girl that killed her mother?
Gypsy?
What if you get a call from Gypsy Rose and you got to go right now to go do her hair, makeup, or whatever?
Why Gypsy Rose?
Because that's who I felt like talking
Right.
about.
It's Black History Month. You couldn't say
It is
somebody
Black History Month. Oh my God. Simone Biles.
Okay.
Needed her hair done. Why pick her?
Just keep it going.
All right.
That's a gymnastics girl.
Yeah, she's an Olympian.
She's an Olympian.
Olympian, my bad.
For sure.
That's the one.
But you had to go and go do her hair right now. So you had to leave. Now you have a full day of clients. Who and us, we all be booked in the same day. So you can't really leave. But who can you refer your clients to? So I think it's important when you're creating like you're trying to balance out your life to make sure you have those like supports to like lean in on so that you can like refer to somebody else. Even the lash girl, somebody probably not want to work on lashes right at that moment that you was working on it with them, but just to be able to refer to somebody else in the event. Like what if your child was hospitalized for a certain period of time and you got a full day tomorrow, you're going to be able to refer them to somebody else. That's why it's good to have positive relationships with up and coming people who might not be as booked as you are,
Right.
so that you can
Then
refer to them.
So like a lot of my clients would be like, no, like I don't want nobody else. I specifically booked you, but it's like, girl,
But
me
that's
or
why I always
nothing.
tell you to like try to get an apprentice. I know you have your woes with that, but get an apprentice to somebody that learned from you so that they're doing it similar. No?
No.
Everybody be oppy these days. You hire them, teach them the ropes, and
Then
then
they
they
fuck
be
you,
like,
nigga.
oh, nah, I don't fuck with you no more. I got what I need and I'm out.
Right.
It's
That's why
really
we
a
don't fuck with y'all.
touchy-feely subject for me because people really be quitting. And I don't want to get into or talk about it. But it really, I'm about to cry for real.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry. People love to
Stand
quit.
up.
People really be quitting. I'd be so sad. But it's important to
And
build
life goes
relationships.
on.
Life does go on, but it's important to build relationships outside of just you and your team, or if you're by yourself, with you by yourself. So moving forward with balance and boundaries, you guys have any stories of clients that just was like not listening besides your client who's in the hospital?
She didn't give a fuck.
Well, whatever happened to her? You didn't do
I
it?
stopped responding. I'm on the deathbed.
Yeah, at that point. No, at that point, like I've had time where clients will really try to like go back and forth with me, like, what do you want me to do? Like, I can't come in, or like let's say like I'm running behind. See, this is where late fees and all that come in. I'm running behind because my client was late. You know, I still wanted to take her. Now I'm texting my other clients like, oh, you know, I'm running about 15, maybe 20 minutes behind. You know, what? And then they're mad at me, like, I can't do that. Well, what do you want me to do? Like, what can I do in that moment?
I feel like in those moments, like if we do have a client, like I've had clients that are behind, it's going to throw me off for like the rest of my day.
Mm-hmm.
So at that point, it's different for makeup. But like with hair, if you came in and you wanted to sew it and now you wanted me to do crimps, that was an hour, but you was 30 minutes late, you're not getting no crimps.
Well, I'll definitely tell them, like, I can't do that. Look, I'll give you a 1-2 real quick.
Right. So it's like you try to make it shorter so that you're not interfering with the rest of your schedule. Because if they're so late that they're going to knock you off, things do happen. But why should the next client be penalized just because your other client was late?
And in a situation like that, y'all already know me. I'm quick to say, once my client comes in, I'm going to stop you and start her.
And that's just, it is what it is.
Because you were late and she wasn't, and that's not fair.
Right.
You're right. But
So,
that's
but it's kind of hard though for you because you got to clean the brushes in between each person. You can't just stop. So what does that look like for you besides telling your client you was late, I can't do you? But sometimes the money, the fast money you be talking about, you know, you want to get to it. But what you gonna do?
I don't know. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, what can I do in that moment? Like, I can't, like I can't.
You got to stand on, I can't do you.
Like, I mean, I do. This was way before. Now,
We stay in some business. here
girl,
at
I
our
can't
house.
help you. Why are you? But see, one thing about me, I text my clients, hey, you coming? I'm about 7 minutes away. I'm sorry, I have a client coming up after you. I can't take you unless you want to come
But
at a later time.
some people be lying saying they got another client and they don't. They just want to leave.
So
I do that. I'm not. But that's because you playing with my time because you booked this appointment. You knew what time you had to get here.
But things happen.
So
Like I
communicate
just
that.
said.
Why wait until?
communication is key.
Why
But
wait?
then sometimes people don't want to give the clients their real number. They got a Google Voice number, or they want to go through the DM to talk to you because people so exclusive now. You can't get your stylist's real phone number.
Well, DM. I have a text now
Not me.
number. I have a text now number. You can
give you my
text my
number.
text now number. You can DM me. You can email me. You know, you can do what you got to do. You call the shop. We work at a shop. We work at a salon. Call us.
We got a landline.
We have a landline.
But you still gotta book
203-4
online.
something. But there's ways. You can figure it out. You can figure it out. It's not that hard.
For sure.
But, that only really happens with the older clients. Y'all older clients, let me tell y'all something about y'all.
Oh, God.
Y'all be thinking that just because y'all a little older, y'all get a little leeway. Y'all don't.
I think some of that stems back to our last episode where we were talking about just the differences between old and new. Like before, when I used to go, the reason why I became a hairstylist is because I used to go to the hairdresser and I used to be there from 10 o'clock in the morning to 10 o'clock at night for a hairstyle that only take 2 hours.
It never gave that.
It never gave that. But I was in 10th grade.
All these rules and our times and the bookings, and so what you're doing.
But you go, but before you
sure.
would go to the salon and literally be sitting there. It's not your turn. So I feel like in the beginning when we first started like the track house vibe, it was like people were kind of strolling in because you're not going to be ready for me anyway. Mm-hmm. So if I'm late, if I'm 10, 15 minutes late, it's not a big deal because you're not even going to be ready yet. Right. But now it's like, honey, it's 9 o'clock. Where you at? My chair is hot and ready for you. It's bleached down. It's ready to go. Like, what you doing? So I think sometimes people need to be groomed into how to be your client so that you can have like, effective situations going on. Because why would they stroll in here 15 minutes late taking their coats off with their Bluetooth and their speaker?
So,
talking.
What's your answer for if you have an established client and they know your policy, they know everything, and they still stroll in like a half an hour late because they feel like you have that.
But do you always be late?
I'm never a half an hour late.
No, I'm saying like,
them?
Are they always like they always a late client? I feel like you have a client that's always late.
Yeah, I do. And like you said in the beginning, I wouldn't mind because I'm just like, oh yeah, like, you my girl. And then after a while, it's like, you're so late. And I have a new client who's coming who I have to push back because you were late. That's not right. So it's just communication. I would tell them, if you book the 9 o'clock appointment and I know for a fact, that's a dead fact, you come in at 9:20, I'm changing your appointment to 9:20. So if you are here at 9 o'clock, Kodak moment. But I done changed your appointment to 9:20 just because
you're a habitual late person. A later.
So, that's how I am with my loyal clients. If I know people just be late. It's just some people that's just always late, and I could change that and fix it before it's an issue. Then I just change your appointment
to 9:30 because that's the time you really gonna get here anyway.
Exactly. So, or if you booked already and I have someone else come in prior to their appointment, not the day of, days before or a week before, I just simply text them or change their appointment.
But that's sad that we have to do all that because you want to be late.
True. But
just be on time.
I understand. Okay.
But every time,
routine,
like you're doing it because I'm going to take you.
Every time.
That's where, in that sense, where it's like, I'm going to take you. So you think you can do that. Right. But it's like, no, because now you don't respect my time. You're just doing it because you know that I'm going to take you anyway. And then it's going to be that one day where I'm going to say no, and now you're mad because you're going to think like, but you do it any other time. So that's
why you got to stand on it because if you always take me every time late and now all of a sudden you want to act like you got a whole business now. Girl, no, I'm gonna be mad now because you've been doing it. So why switch? That's why don't do it from jump.
I was gonna say, if I fuck with you, then I'll just do it. But after a while,
no,
I have to say something.
Yeah, you have to.
You got to say something from Jump Street or charge them. Girl, you was like, I'm gonna waive you $25.
One thing about me, I'm charging that.
I was gonna say it all depends. That's another thing that we had on the episodes. The relationship you have with your clients.
No. Right.
If I love you and I fuck with you, I'm going to make it work.
Because at the end of the day, they gonna tip you though.
After a while, I'm gonna be like, all right, girl, your next appointment, bitch, be on time.
Please. I'm thinking of someone specific in my head and I'm just like, no.
She watching.
I'm sorry, I love you, but please don't do that shit no more.
What does she be doing?
I'm just thinking about
you.
For one time,
she be coming in for a color.
One time she came and she was already a half an hour late, and it was like the end of the day. Like I'm ready to go home. Like I had to go pick my kid up from school. I came back. I'm dealing with her. Like she's not bad, but Then she brought her kids, so it was just like it was just way too much. And then you got to stop and deal with them. I'm ready to go home. Like you're not taking what I have to do into consideration. You're just doing what you want to do.
But you be taking it, and that's why she be doing it.
And it was January. I know how January gets. So
it's slow. We need that money.
I needed that money. And I did it, but
I need my money, Frankie.
Again, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna have to reschedule you before you even take your daughter jacket off. Don't sit down because you gotta reschedule.
Go, yes. I think that it's really difficult just being in these positions because you really got to stay consistent. Like that's the bottom line. When you're trying to make boundaries and you're trying to have balance and with work and personal life, you just have to stay consistent and stand on what you're saying. And I don't mean to keep saying that, but it's really a real true statement.
It really is. That's
You have to
regulations.
stand on business. Like, it's just really nothing.
And it can't be
but to do.
sometimey because 1 second you're giving one client some leeway and then your next client that you never met before just because they're new, you want to charge them a fee just because they knew. That's not right.
But
like,
we might give them leeway because they compensating for it with the tip.
they do tip. Like our
So if you a tipper, I might give it.
I love you if you tip.
we love tippers. So like if there's a person who doesn't tip normally but they come regularly and then you have a big tipper that's coming in and they both want the same slot, who you doing?
Move, bitch.
That's a good Be for real.
Be so fucking for real. I'm sorry. My tippers get what they want
I
when
still
they want it.
value the non-tippers the same.
But you gotta
but-
book online. Don't text for a squeeze in because I'm not doing it. If you a tipper and you want to squeeze in,
We need to get into that.
you could text me. If you is not a tipper and you want to squeeze in, baby, I'm sorry. I'm booked to capacity.
Squeeze-ins. If they are not, the time is not available. We go through back and forth with this all the time. with
We
the
do
squeeze-in.
go back and forth with it because either you're available or you not.
Obviously, I'm not available because if I was available,
But if I got money, now you are.
Absolutely. Yeah.
for sure, because that's my
if I'm
time.
available only from 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And I have a little, hour and a half break for myself.
But I know
But you want sun and you're gonna compensate me.
I'm gonna take that.
Bring your ass down.
That's
But
fair.
if you not, boo, I'm taking this time to myself. Cause how I'ma eat.
How I'm gonna
Because you
eat?
filled her in.
Right.
And I'm
And
being
that be another thing. We be hungry. We be working all day.
Not hungry for
Bring us
food.
nothing.
No, we be
in here
hungry.
starving.
We be hungry.
I don't
y'all
want you
wanna
guys to
come
bring
with
out
y'all
stylist
Uber
nothing. Please stop.
No,
You-
I be
My
hungry.
clients be bringing me stuff. The other day,
I mean, I
y'all,
can't from some of my clients.
My clients
I had
don't
a
bring
new
me shit.
client and I did her hair. Oh my God, chef's kiss. I ate down and she said, "What do you want for lunch?" We next door to Wendy's. So I said, "Oh, you can give me some Wendy's or something." She said Chipotle. I said, "Girl, what?"
That's
Hell yeah, I want me a bowl. Thank you.
No,
So
thank
when she
you,
buys
'cause
you
I ate it
food,
too.
do you expect her to give you a tip too?
No.
But she did.
But they
tipped
do.
you.
And that's why if she ever wants, if I'm fully booked and she write me and say, "Girl, hey, I see that you're booked. Is there any way you can squeeze me in?" Yes, I can.
Because you value me. You value me.
Right.
My time
the
and you
gesture.
appreciate-
But you already, I paid you for what you're doing. Why is there extra? Yeah, already charging astronomical prices.
And you're getting an immaculate service.
In a
from
short
start
amount
to
of time.
finish.
So no tips.
If you don't want to tip, that's
That's
fine.
fine.
I'm talking
But
junk, but my clients be tipping me like $75, $80, $100.
I don't care if you tip me
So,
$5. A tip is a tip.
I
because
care
you
about
already
that.
Paid.
Right.
So
No.
now you trying to say if they not tipping you that much, they can't come to sit in your
Why'd you put me on the spot like that?
Because you said it.
I'm just saying that's what the clients do.
Oh.
Well,
That's what they do.
you don't have to tip me more than $5. Any tip is appreciated.
Right. I
'cause
appreciate
times is
any
hard.
tip. It's just like that's what I feel like's happening.
Oh, that's supposed to be hard?
No, it's just
You did it again.
sorry, little pat. All right, shoulder.
John,
A little
third
pat.
time's the charm. I'm gonna knock you out.
Girl, what? Why would you tap her on the head like that?
Moral of the story is, if you tip me, then
You're
I will
gonna
go out
accommodate,
my
yeah.
way to accommodate you.
But then where does
even
that
if
come
you
in?
don't tip me, I can still probably accommodate you, but it won't be through a DM or a text. It'll be through Booksy.
That's our booking
accommodating
site.
yourself. So
Book online. We're really nice people. Promise.
Ooh, that's another thing.
What's another
I
thing?
don't if you don't have an appointment already, don't contact me asking me questions
Because consultations are for a
because
fee.
consultations come with a price. Please.
Because there are people that will question you to death. They ask you
And
mad questions
never book.
and then never
an
book.
appointment.
Please.
I had somebody like that in our DM, and she been asking me questions since 2021.
and
So,
never booked an
what
appointment.
length do you think is for this? And I'm just like, I'm always on my phone. So one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write back a DM. Some
me.
people don't.
I don't.
But I am very responsive when it comes to DM because I feel like the DMs transfer to actual appointments. But in this case, she's been asking me questions for years and she never booked an appointment. So this last time I said, "Girl, have you booked with us?"
No, like for real.
And I sent the link and I said, we also can do consultations for you if you have any additional questions. But stop asking us questions. Ask the person who
Or
posted
a
this.
majority of the
Ask
time,
the person who you're going to book with to do your hair.
or a majority of the
They'll ask
time,
you,
anything
book
that
first.
you're asking us, and this is where why we take so much time out of our lives to make these websites and dumb them down for
Yes.
certain
It's
people.
not dumbed down. It's not.
It is dumbed
not
down.
dumbed
It
down.
is.
It's layman-
It is
layman's
because
terms.
if you
It is.
literally just
Layman's
read
terms.
Lamest terms. My bad.
everything is there. Like
Every single
9
thing
times
is
out of 10, You
there.
don't have to ask no question.
Like,
you just have to read.
people ask me all the time. I only have one service. I want to. I want to book this look. So book the one service that's there. It says in the description what the service is, and you're showing me exactly in the picture you're sending me. That's exactly what the service says
that I did.
in the description. Like I don't know how else to like.
People don't like to read. They want instant gratification.
That's not my
what
problem,
social
and that's why I
media
don't
is.
answer you guys.
And
because y'all taking
still-
time out
But
of
do
my
you feel like
life.
it's rude though? Like
To
just
not respond?
To not respond.
No.
It's like it's
I don't.
not.
Or I will refer them to, or I might get a little smart. I'm not gonna lie, but I'll be smart in a polite way. Like
Have
as
you been- have
stated,
you been
no,
in the
as
service?
stated in the service description when you click the link that you previously did. See, now I'm being a little smart ass because the answer's right there. You should have looked. And you did. You did look. You got to be a
I'm
little
real
smart.
good for saying.
I think
if you read in your description,
Or
the
as
hair
far
that you need is right.
The
there.
biggest
If you
one
go
is
to my
when
highlights.
It
the hair that you
be
need
the
is right
side
there.
text of Monty say, "Did you add this in the description?"
no.
It
To
be
make
like,
sure-
oh my
no.
god, it makes
that
me
is
so
there.
angry.
Or like when my clients, I take all different forms of payment. I don't have a card swiper. You cannot pay with your card. And they be like, oh, well, how was I supposed to know that? Because if you read the confirmation email that I took the time out of my life to write, it
really takes
says
time.
right then and there, and this happened to me the other day. Now, how are you about to pay me?
yeah.
Now
she
we're
gotta-
sitting here.
Now we got to go to the
No,
liquor
the
store.
ATM wasn't working. So now we're stuck.
Now
And
we're
you're
trapped.
looking at
So
me.
he's like, she looks at me.
I'm looking at him. Like, what am I supposed to do at this point? Like, just not get no money? I never had you before. I don't know that you're going to come back again.
So
and-
did you wipe her face off?
No, I charged
like
it
the
on the thing.
Africans when they just be cutting the braids out.
That's
'Cause you
wild.
ain't finna play with me.
Have you ever seen a makeup artist wipe off a beat if somebody did?
I have.
Wow.
For real?
You wiped off somebody beat, or you seen it?
No, like I wiped it off.
But where you was at?
The girl, she didn't like it and she wasn't trying to pay me, so I wiped it off. Now you're not gonna have nothing. And you could just
Period.
leave.
Well, where were you at?
State Street.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
said, well, I could wipe it off, and then that's just gonna be that because you're not about to walk around with this face because I know it looks good.
I know. I feel like we've never had any issues of people not paying for a service or not wanting to pay.
Yeah,
I have.
When?
When
I
I did
blocked
that
her.
girl ponytail.
Oh, she left that review on Google.
Oh my god, y'all.
I hate her.
I did this lady ponytail.
I hate bad reviews, y'all.
And
It
this
really.
is when like I
Gets me
always say, if
shaken
you
up.
feel like you can do your hair better than what I can offer to you,
Do that
do it
shit.
yourself. Don't come to me and say, oh, this is what I want, this is how I want it done, blah, 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 blah. Because if that's the case, you can do it, DIY it on YouTube. You don't have to come to me. So the client, I'm telling her, like, you shouldn't do it this way because this is the outcome. It's not going to be nice. It just doesn't look good. No. She wanted it done how she wanted it done.
It was
like
a
it was
mess.
done on YouTube. And y'all, it was the ugliest freaking skirt I ever seen in my life. It was so ugly, y'all. Oh
The
my
base
goodness.
was big.
The base was big, and I kept telling the lady, like, this is not how I usually do it. For that look, this is how I do it. Like, it's not how it was done on YouTube, but it's going to be the same outcome. And she wanted it done like it was being done on YouTube, and I did it, and she absolutely hated it. And I said, "This is why I told you don't
Let me do
this."
it. Let me do it.
And she wasn't listening.
She flamed
and she
us
was
on
like
you
6
on,
feet. Yeah, I'm 5 feet, however you say it. I'm little. This lady was huge.
Monty
And I'm
had
like,
her
can
chair
you
in the
put your
back.
head back? And she was so tall. So I'm like, can you slouch down and put your head back?
That's what
And
she
then
makes
she
me
just
do, yeah.
was just like, she had me in the most uncomfortable position, and she was blaming me. Y'all,
She was
all
dragging it. But one thing I'm
because
gonna
I just
do
was like,
is respond
I
respectfully.
told you don't get this.
And
I told
petty.
you, listen to me. Take my advice. This is what I do on the daily basis. I could do a ponytail with my eyes shut. But she didn't listen to me.
She hated it, and then I
and
hated
she had
it too.
ugly hair.
And she left a terrible review. I hate bad reviews. It really grinds my gears. But everybody's entitled to how they feel. And as a business owner, you can either ignore it or you can respond respectfully, nice, nasty. That's me for sure.
That's me.
Or you could just tell all your great clients, could you go leave us a review to push that other bad review down?
Yeah.
Because that's what I'm gonna do too. Because everybody's not gonna like it here. Everybody's not gonna love it here. So we just got to deal with that. But that makes it hard. You know, you want to quit sometimes when you have bad reviews or negative. But everybody
Majority of the time
it.
when they leave a bad review, they were a terrible client.
And we don't want you anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always
Because the block list is long.
It's so long, and you never want to be on our block list because
you
you gotta
never
pay
gotta
pay to get off,
and that just go towards my pockets. That don't go towards no service you
for
book.
sure.
She just made that up. But people want to get off. She be making them pay here on the side.
No, for real, I do the same thing.
So in that case, I don't want her to come back. Never mind.
You're blocked once, you're blocked forever.
Yeah.
It ain't $150 though. I ain't never do that.
That don't sound bad though. For all the trouble and
I was
distress.
about to say, but you
Write that
definitely
in the
have
fine
to pay me
fine
to
print.
get off the block list because for me to block you had to have done a lot because I'm really lenient.
I've
You
only
don't
blocked
be
one
blocked.
person.
You annoying.
Mommy blocks mad people.
I blocked a lot.
I'm lying. I blocked two, but that's because I didn't like her.
But
and she was coming to somebody else. But I'm okay with it now. She's
for
not
you to-
blocked anymore.
For you to be here for 6 years and only block 2 people, I feel like that's not bad.
Right. I only blocked one.
More power to you.
I'm a
I've been
people
here 8
pleaser.
and I blocked.
I don't know if that's a
800.
good or a bad thing.
What?
That I'm a people pleaser.
I think that in this industry, it's important to have good customer service, but we also have to remember the self-care part. And are you suffering to allow your clients
And
to
I
have this
suffer.
great
You
experience?
sure do,
Yeah.
boo.
I be my bad. I be like, can I just sit down for 2 seconds?
You would sit down as stylist. You need a stool.
No, I
would grab a stool.
Your hair will never get done if I sit in a stool. I don't like that.
I don't like it either. But, you know, everybody has different abilities.
I
So,
don't sit down no more.
period. I sat down when I was pregnant.
I ain't pregnant.
Period. But anyway, guys, so that concludes our episode. We want to remind you guys to come to Galentine's Day. Follow us at the Track House on Instagram if you want to subscribe to our tribe.
What is this?
Pull up. Pick me up after Valentine's Day.
Oh, right.
This isn't gonna be posted after.
Galentine's Day already passed.
Yeah, don't add that part in there.
Yeah, I got to X that part out.
crud.
The Galentine's part.
We already passed Galentine's Day at this episode. Okay. Ha 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 ha.
That wraps up this episode. See y'all next week.
Yes. So thank you for tuning in to the Tea Shop Pod. We are so excited to be here again. Thank you guys for tuning in. Follow us at the Track House, TRACHOUSE. Subscribe to our tribe on our website, www.thetrackhouse.com. I'm Renee. This is Maya, Mani, Kima, and we out.